Okay, so today we're going to look at the Amazon service for sending emails, and that Amazon service is called Amazon SES. So basically, I'm here in business applications. I'm going to do this hands-on tutorial for send an email. When I click on send an email address here, it says send an email with Amazon SES, and it's basically saying it's a cost-effective email service built on reliable and scalable infrastructure that Amazon.com developed to serve its own customer base. With Amazon SES, you can send transactional email, marketing messages, and any other type of high quality content to your customers. So it's really just, sending of an actual email. This hands-on tutorial is going to be kind of 10 minutes, and it shouldn't be kind of too long, but we're going to have a look at like SES service. So what I've kind of done here is um, I'm going to log into my console here. I'm going to log into my console, and I'm going to search for simple email service, which is here. And basically what I've done here is, if you're going to go in here and you can kind of start using, so this is the home page. This is like the home page, and I'm going to put this kind of into the notes, but this is the home page of where you would actually really kind of get started from. So if I kind of click on get started here, you can sort of see that all I did was basically I added my email address here, and the domain was exactly the same, basically because I just want to kind of test this. And this kind of page kind of came up, and basically says get set up. Follow the steps and the cards to verify your email address and sending domain, so you can start sending email through SES. Okay, so basically it says the status is you're in Sandbox, North Virginia region. So your status is Sandbox. So what I want to do is I want to send a test email according to this tutorial. Okay, so according to this tutorial, first of all, I actually have to verify my email address. Okay, so basically, before you can send an email using SES, you must prove that your own sender's email. You must own the sender's email address by verifying the address. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go here and I want to verify, and I want to create identity here so it looks like, so I can sort of say it's going to be domain. I can use just the same email address for testing purposes here, so I can copy this here, this domain here, or I can just use that. Create a verified identity is a domain, subdomain, or email address you use to send email through SMS. So that's exactly what this is. I mean, when the first page kind of came up, it wasn't exactly kind of clear what the actual domain was, but now I can sort of see it's a verified domain. It's a verified entity, is a domain, a subdomain, or an email address. Okay, so I just want to kind of use that. I just want to look through this quickly, create identity. Gmail is not verified. So if I go back here, oh, so basically when I kind of go back here, it's not actually verified yet. So if I kind of go into my emails, click on my emails to see, do I have any email from SES here? So I'm going to go here. So resend. So basically I can to verify ownership of the email, check the inbox for verification request email. I didn't get that, but I'm going to ask it to kind of resend me again. I'm hoping that something comes into my inbox, but actually looks like it's gone to my spam, so I need to kind of check that. So I can sort of say here, Amazon customer, you're receiving a request to authorize this email address for use with Amazon SES. So yes, I'm going to say yes to that. Congratulations, you have successfully verified an email address. You can now start sending email from this address. Okay, so basically, I had to just verify that my actual email address was correct and working. And here it sort of says, if I can refresh this here for a second, basically sort of says, I'm using Sandbox, sending limits and restrictions apply. So that makes sense, right? Because, your daily sending quote is like 200 emails per 24 hour period. Now, 1 email per second. That's so because basically, if I was, really kind of going to request production access, I could increase this an awful lot. But this is the email address that I've basically verified on this account here. So I've already done that. I can send. It looks as though I can kind of go down to verify an email address. So it looks like I've done that. Looks like I've verified my address, and then I can kind of go down here exactly to kind of go where I want to send an email. So I now want to kind of send an email, and obviously kind of read through this. But basically, if I kind of go into the area where I need to send test email, I can send it in formatted. I can send it in raw. I can choose a scenario. Scenario is going to be successful delivery. So here you see in Amazon you can basically get information here, about information about this actual type of selection that you can kind of make here. So choose an email sending scenario that you want to simulate. Each scenario corresponds to a different recipient email address managed by your mailbox simulator. Okay, so basically I want to sort of say first email from SES email service, and here I can sort of say, this is good, this is good. Okay, so basically configuration set, I can set it as optional. That if I really wanted to, I can kind of leave it empty, but I'm just going to send that. Basically send email, and now I sort of see here test email has been sent. Okay, so if I kind of go back into my emails now, for example, and this is why it is kind of important that you basically have you know an actual testing email that you can use here. So let's sort of see if we can kind of go down here, spam. I don't see my email yet. Have I? I haven't received anything as yet. Spam. I don't know what these things are. These are just bit. I can delete forever those things. I don't want those. Okay. So I haven't seen an email come through yet. So let's sort of see if this is pending. I can set up kind of email templates. So I can get a suppression list here to cross account notifications, email receiving. I can set up, recipient rule sets, IP filters. I can go to my account dashboard. So your Amazon SES account is in the Sandbox, not of Virginia. Okay, sending limits, we know that. So daily usage here, I can sort of see the email sent was 1, the remaining emails is a 99, the sending quote is 0.5%. But basically, viewing CloudWatch, that's nice that it's kind of integrated in here. I can actually view in CloudWatch here as well. Before I do that, I'm just wondering, verify domains, configuration sets, email. I did put in my correct email address and on email. So let's see if I just do go back here, go into my email, send. Let's do test how your email handles different scenarios. So send test email formatted from address is to this scenario. Custom. This is the problem. I kind of went into here and I kind of chose, go to the kind of simulator. What I really want to do is kind of use a recipient address of your own. So I should have actually done that. So this is going to be the two. That's why my kind of email never kind of came through. And this is going to be, test here. This is going to be test SES service. And then I can choose a configuration set. So this time, basically, I went into kind of custom here. So I haven't sort of said, any of these kind of types. All of these types will basically do something different. You'd have to actually kind of look into them really. But now, if I kind of do it like a custom recipient, so saying from my email address, send me an email address back with kind of, I'm going to just put it as a bit kind of unnoticeable and send test email. And now email has been sent. Okay, if I kind of go in here, go into my email, I have a new email basically from myself because I've sent myself. I don't want this, reported as spam or anything because it is kind of me. But basically, this has kind of come true to myself here. So from me to you, which is myself really, I can sort of see that my test email has actually kind of come true. And it also says here, look, this via AmazonSES.com. So I can 100% know that this is where it's going to come from. But obviously I'm just going to kind of delete that email. I don't need that anymore. But that's really it. That's all you actually have to do. You just have to verify in SES. You have to kind of verify your own email address. Then you can use the kind of inbuilt send email address tests and send some kind of emails out. And here you can actually obviously kind of configure as you kind of really kind of want and make sure that you're sending an email that would look exactly, professional. But one thing I just want to kind of check is just out of interest. Can we actually sort of see this in CloudWatch? So just kind of clicked on, view in CloudWatch. And here I can sort of see that basically there is, this is untitled graph because I haven't, named or done anything with that yet. But basically you can sort of see here, there is alarm, CloudWatch. So I'm actually in CloudWatch here. So I sort of see that, I can get the sum of how much I've actually sent in these kind of emails. So let's just see view logs. So live tail. I don't want to start that yet. I'm gonna go into these. I'm going to go into these, in this CloudWatch kind of in a different tutorial. But basically, you'd be able to sort of see change color. Send 5. Let me see. I don't want it as a line graph. I want it as a number. Send 5. The past hour. Yeah, so CloudWatch is a whole different scenario. We'd kind of have to just kind of go into that in different. But basically, long story short is you can kind of view on CloudWatch and you can look at the rejects in CloudWatch, the bounces, the complaints. You'd have to really kind of spend a bit of time and setting up CloudWatch and everything to actually sort of see that information. But that's basically how Amazon SES what it looks like and how it kind of works all together. So I hope this was a good video as well.